Welcome to Hatch. This is our new podcast with startups in Cambridge, Massachusetts. We are looking for new visionaries and disruptors in the tech space, in the fashion space, in the automotive space, in the biotech space. We want to know about startups. And today we're at the Venture Cafe, 1 Broadway. It's a place where over 300 people come on Thursday nights to network and groove and schmooze. And they've given us a quiet little corner to try and have a quiet podcast with a startup that we find interesting each week. Our first guest is Maia. Maia Heiman is with Common Angels. She's an angel investor. She's here in the building. We have over 700 startups, I'm told, inside the Cambridge Innovation Center. And so we thought she'd be the perfect person to start off with to talk about startups and what's happening in Cambridge. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being our first guest.
Absolutely.
I think what most startups want to know is, when should they come to you? Do they only need a business plan, or do they need to have a revenue model and some revenue coming in already?
I think they can come at any time, right? Most investors want to be accessible, want to be open. We certainly do office hours here at the Venture Cafe so that we can be accessible. And so what you're doing is you're building a relationship with an investor. And so, is there a right time, a wrong time? I don't think so. It's begin a dialogue, get feedback, just like you will do with your business. You're going to iterate. Similarly, with an investor, start a dialogue, even if it's just to seek advice and get feedback, and you're not ready to pitch. That's a brilliant time. I often say the best time to raise money is when you're not.
Why is that?
Because you can have the conversation be consultative and interactive, and you're not asking necessarily for the money right then and there. You can get feedback, and oftentimes investors have seen hundreds or thousands of companies, depending on how long they've been doing it, and they may have a thing or two that will help the entrepreneur with the very business that they're trying to build. So start the dialogue early. It's a fabulous spot for entrepreneurs to come, because not only is it capital, but it's connections. Our investors are former entrepreneurs or current entrepreneurs who have started, built, and sold their own companies. So they've been in the shoes, they've sat in the seat of the entrepreneur once, twice, sometimes 3 times.
They know what they're doing.
And so it's a very unique model of capital and experienced entrepreneurs themselves.
Any wins you want to share with us?
Sure. CardStar was bought by Constant Contact. Ironwood Pharmaceuticals went public. Inquira was bought by Oracle. DocTracker was bought by Intralink.
Okay.
So I've done.
You've got it. So what's your
right.
spidey sense with Common Angels? What is it that you've figured out?
Yeah. So let me weave that into. So that's how I got involved with Common Angels. Is I knew it's good to have a network. I knew I'm only one person, and to have my network amplified by peers in the industry. So that's why I joined Common Angels. And over the years, it's a fabulous spot for entrepreneurs to come, because not only is it capital, but it's connections.
So they're in the room with you. They've got how many seconds? What are you looking for?
Oh, this is always a hard one to answer.
This is all the entrepreneurs thinking about. They're like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
How many seconds do I have?
So I often give the advice that and I and many investors give this advice. It's people back people. So it's the person, it's the team who will deliver, who will execute. So why is it that you, the entrepreneur, why are you the best person on the planet or in this country to do what you're doing?
Software for methane gas.
Right. And so the 2 co-founders, they have such deep domain expertise that they were the ones. And so I think entrepreneurs should start with what is it about them or their industry depth? What did they do prior to this company where they really understood the problem that they're trying to solve or the opportunity that's in front of them?
Let's pay attention to the investors as well, because there are a lot of people out there. We have this aging community. They've had a wonderful ride. If you were a baby boomer, you've gone through some pretty good markets. You own a lot of real estate. You're looking to do investments. How do you get to be an investor with Common Angel?
There are lots of, so as an individual, right? What would
This is a
an
Gen
individ-
Xer speaking to you,
yeah,
saying,
right, yeah.
these baby boomers, they've had a pretty
Right,
good time.
exactly, yeah.
Where's their money, and how
Right.
did we get it out there for the entrepreneur?
Right. Again, it's those connections. If you can find a way to get to an individual, and whether it's a fund or whether it's an individual that you're looking to get capital from, what's the connection? So it's thinking about who's the right fit for you. So even individual angels, some will be the right fit, some won't. Why are they the right fit? Well, they're the right fit because they came out of the same industry or the same vertical, or they sat in the customer's seat and that angel felt the customer's pain point, and they see this solution and they say, oh, I would have bought this.
So Boston is known for being a city for finance, a city for funding,
Yeah.
much like San Francisco and Palo Alto. Do you all know each other?
Within Boston?
Mm-hmm.
So I can compare both coasts, and what's really fun for me personally is that Boston is really, I said this to Tim Rowe recently, it's like Boston is feeling like Palo Alto felt to me 12 years ago when I was there. I can walk out in Kendall Square and literally run into people and almost you're like, I know I owe you a voicemail, or I'll get back to you on that email. So Boston what's fabulous in Kendall Square and Cambridge and even Boston and Innovation District there. It's the concentration is a really good thing because
Get things done.
you get things done. It's much more easier for ideas to flow, for connections to be made, for relationships to be built. So I do think people really do. There's a fabulous collaborative community here in tech, software, mobile, in life sciences, and I'm really excited for Boston to. There's just so much energy.
You can feel the energy. You can definitely,
and
in the last
the
couple of years, you
community
can really
and
feel
the
the energy.
ecosystem. It's like, come on, we can do
It's
this.
happening. In September 2010,
Thank you.
Mark Zuckerberg gave $100 million to the Public School Board of Newark, a wonderful social leadership move. We're going to try and focus on those on some of our interviews.
Fabulous.
His wife and he just gave another $120 million to San Francisco Public Schools, and that is what Hatch is going to be all about. We're going to try and talk to the people who are making things happen here in Cambridge, startups, social leadership, investors who are needed to make these entrepreneurs have a chance to fly. My name is Heidi Legg. I am the founder of TheEditorial.com. This is Hatch Adventure Cafe at the Cambridge Innovation Center. Thanks for listening.